Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope everybody had a good week. Let's get into tonight's session here in just a moment. Last call for alcohol. Everybody copacetic on things?
Good here. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm drunk.
Usually. All right, let's jump into tonight's session of Critical Role, Call of the Netherdeep. Here we go. All right, your party has successfully survived the trials of the Emerald Grotto in the village of Jagao, and have been declared the champions of the Festival of Merit. But during your travels, something else occurred. You guys found yourselves in a temple dedicated to the god Sehanin, and within, you discovered an amulet. And you guys have obtained this amulet along with a vision of a youth, a sort of like curly-haired youth that was pleading and begging for rescue from some dark region. You've very little idea about who this person is, but perhaps more will be revealed today. And what of your rivals, the company led by Aojabe and her companions Dermot Werder, Maggie Keen Eyes, and Galsariad? So we will find out today in today's episode of Critical Role, Call of the Netherdeep. Chapter 2. The events of this chapter began at dawn on the day after the Festival of Merit. And so, as your party has taken free rooms for the as your prize for winning the festival, actually, did you guys win the festival, or did they win the festival?
No,
They won the
They won.
festival.
They won the festival. That's right.
But we won the hearts of the people.
You did. So coming in second place, but you guys got something a little bit more useful, and at least it's a lot more mysterious. And so, you guys are currently sharing your free room together, kind of just settled into settled in as the rays of the sun shine through the panes of glass. As you guys awaken from your dreams of competition and whatever the strange vision was that visited you the day before. So, as the dawn breaks and you guys are coming through, let's see what everyone's morning routine is. Kitty, let's start with you.
I think when Kitty goes to sleep, she's normally placed in a specific corner by Magnus usually, so she can keep an eye out for her, like the doors and the windows. And so when she wakes up, which is like an hour before everyone else, like the lights that are normally bright pink are dull when she's sleeping, and they light up, and she just kind of goes downstairs to wait for the others.
Okay, so you're not downstairs just yet, but mostly I'm just trying to figure out what your morning routine in your room is like, but we'll get to that in a moment. Venn, how did you sleep?
She slept pretty well considering the events of the past night, or the past day. She's definitely exhausted after everything, and so I think she'd sleep pretty well. Waking up in the morning, of course, the first thing that she would do is consult her deck of cards and see what kind of reading they give her for the day. And so mechanically that would be rolling on my bardic table to see what the reading is for the day. But that's what she would be doing, is just sitting on her bed kind of cross-legged, her eyes kind of glowing a soft blue. I think yep. And that's 5, which I will post here.
Yes, please. What you got?
Tale of the Avenger, which is for 1 minute. Any creature that hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to the roll of your Bardic Inspiration dice.
Excellent. Nicely done. So the Tale of the Avenger gets doled out in your cards, and it might be a violent day, perhaps, according to your readings. Magnus, your morning routine.
he'll wake up and then just fully look around the room, making sure that there's nothing different. And I think he might work on something, probably a figurine of some sort, before going downstairs with his wood carving.
Okay. Any particular kind of figurine, or?
I'm gonna make a little turtle.
Okay.
Little horizon back, actually.
Not sure where the thoughts of turtles come from, but maybe some faraway land or something.
Yes, far away.
Rook, what about you? Your morning routine?
I would probably get up, burn a little incense, do a couple prayers, and then he would probably work over his equipment, sharpen his sword, check his shield for weak points, and then stretch if he's got time.
All right. So, who's got the highest passive? Let's find that out.
I have a 16.
Passive what?
Perception.
Okay. I definitely don't have it. I just got 13.
Okay.
I have the highest passive athletics.
It's not what I asked, but no.
Guaranteed.
All right, Rook. We'll start with you then. Rook, you hear somebody making their way up the staircase, sort of like a. You hear it to be an individual who's kind of like taking sort of shuffling steps, but also periodically like thumping a cane on the ground or a staff or something. And finally, those footsteps stop at your front door.
It's like snap to get everyone's attention. If they're not paying attention, point to the front door.
Okay. And finally, there's a knock at the door with the staff.
I'm gonna start getting my gear on at that
Who
point.
is it?
Travelers, I wish to tell you something of grave import. Will you have a morning meal with me? It's the voice of Elder Ushru. I do have the right room, don't I?
We're not decent.
Yes. I will wait here. Excuse me. And he shuffles. Hear him shuffling a little bit, but yeah, Elder Ushru is outside.
It's the
I'm
first thing in the morning.
decent.
Of course you are, Kitty. Well, get my stuff on. He starts getting the stuff on.
Yeah, Venn just puts on her jewelry and her like robes and scarves and stuff.
Kitty wanders downstairs.
Hello, Kitty. Good morning. Did you sleep? Okay. I don't know if you sleep or something.
I don't really sleep, but I sit really still, and I just look in one direction as opposed to like looking around, and that way I can watch over my friends.
Oh well. Are your friends? Well, I'm afraid that I must impress upon your group to speak with me this morning. I've purchased breakfast for all of you this morning. It's rather important that we speak, but I see no reason to do so on an empty stomach. I will, but I'm intruding on your rest. I will head to the table and allow your party to join me in a moment. But yeah, it should be coming out any minute now. Sausages and fresh orange juice and all those sorts of things. As he sort of mumbles and wanders down the stairs.
I'll follow him.
So, I must commend you once again on your successful activities in the Emerald Grotto. I apologize that it's a shame you did not come in first place, but that is the reason for the Festival of Merit, don't you know?
Yeah, I don't see what the big deal is about being first place, but my friends wanted to be first place, so I tried my best. But it doesn't always work out the best.
Well, then that's all right. I mean, you can come back in a year and perhaps try again, and then perhaps maybe you'll be first place next time.
This happens every year?
Oh, yes. The Festival of Merit is one of our finest activities here in Jigao, and we're very fortunate to have such robust adventuring parties be part of it. He takes you to a table and sits it down, and the barmaid, goblin barmaids are bringing out plates of food, and setting him kind of at places already. And as the elder waits for the other members of the party, who's next down the stairs?
I think Venn, she doesn't have as much to do as the boys to get ready for the day. Yeah, she'd head downstairs next.
Venn, good morning, as Elder Ushru notices you. Sit, please.
Thank you. Your
Yeah.
hospitality is appreciated.
Oh, well, of course, nothing less for our esteemed runner-up champions of the festival. Orange juice?
Yes. I would like some orange juice, thank you.
Oh, yeah, quite welcome, quite welcome. Have a berry punch as well, if you're more interested in that sort of thing.
I'll take that into consideration.
Oh, well, he kind of like stumps his staff and says, flag and a berry punch, please. And he, one of the waitresses comes out and brings that out and sets it in front of everybody. It's quite flavorful. I think you'd like it very much.
How does the berry punch?
Kitty, you can't drink it.
I'm not trying to drink it.
Okay?
But I bet I can punch harder than it.
Probably.
Who would be next down the stairs? Okay, Magnus. You'll come down the stairs next.
He'll have the little turtle thing clutched in his hand, and he starts going down the stairs.
Magnus, good morning. Tales of your intelligence and wit reached my ears at the riddles. I was quite impressed with your actions, dear boy.
Yes, I was impressed myself. Made a little coin off of that. It wasn't too bad.
Oh, yes. Taking wages is perfectly fine, acceptable. I hope you didn't lose too much or gain too much. Too much money might spoil a person's sensibilities, don't you know?
That's an insane thing to say, sir, but all right.
Yeah, well, let's have a seat.
Sure.
And Rook, you'll be last.
Yep.
Good morning. Good morning, Rook. Good morning.
Morning.
Please, sit down.
Does Rook come down the stairs with his helmet on?
No, he's probably just got it under his arm.
Okay.
Did everyone, anyway, food gets served, juice and that stuff gets poured for you guys, coffee for those that want it, tea for others. But Ushru's asking you guys basically some basic things about did you sleep well? Did you guys have fun? That sort of thing. But as he's going on, his sort of mood is slowly changing, during the whole thing, as he's his eyes keep flicking over to Kitty for some reason. But that's I hope that everyone has at least had the best possible time that they could have, and I just wanted to say congratulations for your second place victory.
We had a lot of fun, but Elder, wasn't there something urgent you said you needed?
Oh, yes. Pardon me for a moment, but I'm afraid I am a bit perturbed about last night. I am afraid that I didn't sleep as well as I would have liked to. But all the same, I have something important to speak with you about. He kind of tries to gather his thoughts and tries to consider the import of what he's about to say, and then he goes into it. I've called upon you this morning because a vision came to me last night. There was a golden amulet. It rose to the surface of a pool of blood, and countless hands lunged upward out of the blood to grasp it. He's mentioning this while you guys have a half mouthful of eggs or mid-toast scraping.
Magnus is fine.
In turn, all the hands fell back into the pool until only one remained. It's his vision gets 1,000-yard stare, very far away, and he says, "The one whose hand claimed the amulet was the handsome man with curly hair and a somber expression. He turned to me and he said, 'They must find me, the ones from the grotto.' Tell me, did anything happen to you in that place that would help me understand this vision?"
I had a vision of a curly-haired man. I don't remember what he said. He was chained up, though.
I see. Is that all, or?
Yeah, we found something in the grotto, something that I don't believe was part of the competition.
See?
And once we claimed it, we all fell into a sort of trance and experienced this vision. And this curly-haired man that you speak of was crying out for help.
May I see the item that you took?
Kitty gets it out.
He turns it over in his hands and just looks at it.
Isn't it cool?
Yes, I believe that would be one word for it.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, I do. I must first impress upon your party to ask what your plans are for the future, because I believe that, I believe the destiny has been laid out before you, and I believe that you may find a place known as Baxozan. It's a grim town under the control of the Aurora Watch. It's not a pleasant place to visit. But what if you tell me is true? It's what you have found is a vestige of divergence. It's an enchanted relic from the time of calamity known as the Jewel of Three Prayers. People do not stumble upon vestiges without a reason. And there's no place in Xhorhas where the memory of the calamity lingers more strongly than in Baxozan.
Do we know anything about Baxozan?
Sure, give me a history roll.
I'll second that.
What about the, was it the Aurora Guard? Is that what you said?
The Aurora Watch, that's what I said.
The Aurora Watch. Can I roll about them?
Sure. Okay, so Rook and Magnus, certainly you've heard of Baxozan. And Venn, you don't turn up much about the Aurora Watch, unfortunately. But here's what you know, Magnus. You know the Baxozan is a large village at the base of the cliffs in the northernmost point of the Penumbra Range in Xhorhas. The village is said to be built below an ancient black temple, which was historically named Baxozan, on top of the ruins. There are there's information here about it. The Aurora Watch is, of course, the ones that are kind of running the show there. And what they do is they kind of keep the roads of the Emerald Loop and the Hallowed Path free of any sorts of monstrosities that might make their way out of the barbed fields or anything that plagues the wasteland of Xhorhas. So it's not a fun place, Magnus, but it's certainly something that if Elder Ushru is to be believed, that if they have information about the calamity, then place to go if you're trying to understand more about the emerald or the jewel that you have.
Is there some sort of contact we're supposed to meet over there, or what? Library?
I wish I could say, but the fact of the matter is that I don't know exactly. I'm not sure exactly what it is that you'll find there, or what. But I know that you have this vestige of divergence now, and because of that, I believe you all to be in great danger.
By whom?
I can't say. All I do know is that in some fashion or another, the gods have seen fit to bestow this item upon you. And the gods never seem to do so lightly if they, It's been my experience that when the gods interfere in the realm of mortals, the mortals tend to suffer. I wish to see no harm come to you, and I think that the information that you might need in order to protect yourselves can be found in Baxozan.
What's the vestiges of a divergence?
As I said, it's an enchanted relic from the time of calamity. A vestige of divergence is a powerful artifact, one known as let's see. Okay. All I know is that it's an artifact that tends to bind to the people that find them, ushering in great destinies for all of them. in your case, I believe that the vision that you saw is a destiny that's unfolding before you.
Oh.
Yes.
And, what about you? Will you be accompanying us, or are you just the messenger?
I am only telling you the vision that I saw. And I think that you should perhaps heed my warnings, but you must do as you will, of course.
Why do you think that you received this vision out of everybody?
For the same reason that perhaps you received a vision when you touched that gem. Perhaps the gods are trying to speak through me to speak to you. And all the same, I believe that Baxazan is your next destination. Allow me to show you the way. He pulls out a map and takes you guys to the Overland map. And I have a handout for you. Let's see here. Show to players. There we go. And here is your handout for the map of Jorhas. And of course, you guys are in Jigao at the moment. And over here on this map, the Elder points you guys towards the path to the south through the wasteland. The road that he calls the Emerald Loop. At here, the path will meet up with the Emerald Loop will meet up with the Hallowed Path, and from there your travels can take you east to Batsazan.
So far, what you have been telling me seems like everything is just bad. We got a target on our backs and we're going someplace bad.
I suppose so, but I believe that if the longer you are carrying that device, the stronger your destinies will begin to unfold. But you've already been chosen. There's no denying that now. You have been called to rescue this individual.
Cool.
Huh.
So when did we go? I'm asking everyone else.
Today, I think.
Well, I've got nothing else to do.
How long do you estimate it would take us to get there?
Depends on the pace that you set, of course. But I would say that if you just simply take a brisk pace, you would probably arrive about 12 days' time. It's a long journey, but an important one, I think.
And you've told us that the city itself is dangerous, and what about the path on the way there? Are there hazards we should be aware of?
The Aurora Watch does what they can in order to keep things peaceful, but they can't be everywhere, is what I'm trying to say. And because of that there may be dangers along the route. I will not say that that it is a pleasant place that you are going to, but all the same, it is what I have seen. And if you were to learn more about this device that you now carry, that is your route.
I think that sounds like a good next adventure for us. What do you say, friends?
That's fine with me. I wouldn't mind looking for some transportation, though. But maybe we don't have the coin for that.
Well, I've taken up enough of your time. Enjoy the breakfast. It's on me, and I wish you all the speed of the gods. Farewell.
Thanks a lot, man.
And with that, Elder Ushru steps out of the tavern, leaving you guys to ponder his words.
Well,
I don't like it.
you don't like it?
No.
A great adventure. Destiny.
Sure,
The
Rook.
spirits are urging us, Magnus. I think we should listen.
Of course, the spirits.
The Raven Queen points the way.
God. Right. Well, what do you think, Kitty?
I'm excited. I got a pretty stone and it led to something really cool. So I want to go. When can we go?
I think we should probably get some rations before we head out.
Okay.
I have this whole plate of food that I was given that I didn't eat.
Just to make sure we have enough. This road can be dangerous.
Can I have that punch, Kitty?
And then I, punch you.
Ah! Hey! Hey now. Here I was about to give you a present. And he'll pull out the turtle.
You did ask, Magnus.
Yeah, I tried. But in any case, Kitty here, and I'll put the horizon back in front of you. I saw that you painted the turtle the other day, and I thought maybe you would like that.
Thank you very much. I'll keep it forever and ever as long as I'm still active.
Well, that seems just fine, and I'll pat you on the back. All right. Rations, yes. 12 days, that's a long time. Maybe another water skin. All right. Let's go.
What sort of items would you guys like to pick up for the road?
I was just thinking food.
Yeah.
Food for sure. Enough for... Probably do 24 for a round trip.
Okay.
So that's going to be, what, 14?
How much is a ration? 5 silver?
5 silver, that's right.
So 24 rations would be 12 gold.
12.
I don't eat.
Nice.
But it's 12 per person, I think, right?
Right.
Wait,
Sorry, I didn't know how it was
12
being
days.
calculated.
So then it should be 36.
36.
Yeah.
36 is
I
12
can-
days for 3 of us.
There and back, right?
Well, if we'd have to double it then. So it'd be 72,
Yeah, it's 12 days between here from Jigao and Batsazan.
which would be 36 gold. Which I have. I can...
I've got 15. I can chip in.
I have a. Are we wanting to get the 72?
I mean, do rations go bad? Or is it like tacked and stuff that doesn't really go bad?
Yeah, it's like
It's
hardtack
smoked
jerky.
Jerky. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just get 72. I'll just pay for
Alright.
it. I have a lot of gold.
I have 30 gold as well. I can chip in.
Okay.
I have 38 coins if anyone needs anything. I'm pretty stacked.
Alright, we're good. I took it out of my inventory. I'm gonna put the rations in the vault.
Okay.
As you guys are like, kind of like, discussing like, the plans that you're going to or to do while you're still kind of sitting down to breakfast, your Aojabe's party descends the staircase as the water genasi like, kind of sees your party like, discussing plans and that sort of thing. And as she kind of like walks over, she sort of playfully like snatches the map of Jorhas like off the table and says, "Well, I don't know where you second place guys are going, but it can't be any more fun."
Now tell me about it.
We are on our way to Basilsan.
You are? Why? She hands you back the map.
We feel called there.
Really? This guy. She sits down next to you, Venn, and she says, "Does this have anything to do with that temple we found?"
Yeah?
It might.
Oh, come on, you could tell me.
Well, when we all fell unconscious yesterday down there, we had a vision, and we believe that the town of Bazazan might have more answers about the vision that we had.
Wow. You think they'll have anything?
Well, we wouldn't be heading there otherwise. I don't think Magnus would let us.
Oh, sure. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever been on the Emerald Loop, but that place is dangerous.
How so?
Oh, well, like, goodness, like, hang on. So anyway, like, from what I understand, it's a pretty desolate wasteland, like, pretty much on that way there. There's a lot of, like, creatures that kind of wander around, giant monsters, like, gloomstalkers, and, also, okay, so gloomstalkers, and what was the other one? There's I even hear tell there's like Hezrus on that trip, and also you can also like hell might even get like caught up by a what's that thing called, an Udak. You don't want to run into those things, my friends.
Yes. It sounds like a fun camping trip.
What's the matter, Magnus? Scared?
It's not about being scared.
He's terrified.
Yes, shaking in my boots.
He's cautious.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm sure you and Dermot would probably get along, huh? And then at that point, Dermot comes down the stairs and says,
Did someone call my name? Oh, good morning. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Dermot.
Hello. Good to see you again.
He is followed by Galsariad and Maggie, who comes tromping down the stairs.
Oh, sausage.
As Maggie grabs a handful of sausage and starts chomping on it.
Oh yeah, that's on that dude's tab, so go for it.
Oh, it is? Another plate, please.
Even Venn would smile about that.
Are we talking about that thing in the grotto? I mean, it's all Ao was talking about. Dermot. What? You were?
Oh?
It's a curious object. I get it.
Okay, all right. Look, I mean, if you guys are telling me that you saw like some sort of vision or something, that's fine. But we didn't get that. We just saw this we just heard this like muffled voice, right? But we were talking, and like what we heard was enough to make us curious about the whole thing.
What did you hear?
You heard something?
Well, yeah, I mean, we heard kind of what you guys heard. It's, the whole business with the guys like begging for being rescued, and it sounds like a whole thing, really, and hang on. So like, I mean, before you guys like passed out, like somebody was like mumbling, saying like, imprisoned and got begging for help, and we didn't get much more than that. But what we heard sounded really, really interesting.
I find it curious that you heard something at all. Perhaps it was less of a vision and more of a projection, and maybe if it was a projection, then that means that the spirits are not as specific to us, and she starts mumbling under her breath about what it could mean, going on and on.
Dermot speaks up. Says,
Well, I don't know if that's true. I mean, I definitely heard a voice, but I didn't get anything out of it. What did you guys hear?
Much the same. I mean, but there was like a whole thing of blood and veins and guy in bondage. It was really haunting, to be honest with you.
I see.
Galsariad cuts in at that point. So, what is it, that trinket that you found? Is it, it's magical, clearly. Have you determined any properties it might possess?
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, from what I gather, it gives Kitty a little bit more protection, and it lights up. So those are all very cool things.
Is that all?
Well, I mean, it might be something like a little bit of a vestige of divergence.
That's why we're going to Bazazan, to find out more.
I'm sorry, did you say a vestige of divergence?
Well, I didn't stutter, oh boy.
No, you didn't.
You did a little bit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I get nervous.
How fascinating.
What do you know about them?
Well, not much, but I know that when the Great Wars of the Calamity rolled across Exandria, there were archmages that wove dangerous arcane power into items of immense magical might. If you have one of these devices, I'm not saying that you do, mind you, but it's from what I understand, the magic items that grow in power over time. When first encountered, they're typically in their dormant state. The vestige of divergence can then enter an awakened state, and in time it can reach its ultimate potential and enter an exalted state, usually in response to some momentous event or some heroic achievement or such. The properties are cumulative with the properties of a previous state. They're very powerful items. I'd be willing to purchase it from you if you're not terribly interested in owning such a, shall we say, problematic item.
So you want to go to the Death Town and make the trip instead?
Well, not necessarily, but I would definitely be interested in the vestige.
Well, if you can beat Kitty in an arm wrestling competition, then we would consider selling it to you.
No magic.
Well, what if I did it? Says Maggie.
Nope, has to be the man that shows such great interest in it, and she points to Gelsariad.
How must we do these sorts of ridiculous sorts of displays? I mean, clearly it's just it's a massive, if it's going to be a massive problem for you, we could take it off your hands.
How does Ao look when he's saying this?
Ao looks like she's kind of snickering a little bit.
You're the one that was interested, and Venn will just kind of shrug.
I think we're okay.
And I'm really strong.
And besides, it looks good on Kitty.
And
Look,
it glows.
look, Alsariad's a dick. That much is obvious. But the fact of the matter is, you guys might be in a bit of trouble if what the drow here is saying is true. I mean, I got my suspicions. That a lot happened then went on down there. I mean, but if you guys don't want to tell us, that's fine. I mean, that's okay. But something ain't good about all this. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yesterday we were down trying to win a contest, and now Gelsariad's over here saying you've got something that the gods made.
But we didn't know that till
Well.
recently.
Yeah. And if the end goal of all of this is to save a man, then I see no harm in you guys helping or getting involved if that's what you wish. But if it's as dangerous as you say, is that something you really want to involve yourselves with?
Ao's like, yeah, absolutely. And she looks at the rest of the party. Dermot looks concerned. Maggie looks impassive, and Galsaria just is like inscrutable. But Ao looks particularly excited, and she says, "Look, if you're going to back to Zan, we want in."
Well, I don't mind. More the merrier, really.
I have no problem with it.
I think Magnus is going to take a quick look around the room to see who else is listening in on this conversation. And maybe, tap Rook at the same time.
Okay. You guys can make perception rolls as you wish. Okay. You guys are looking around. You don't really see anybody else that's, taking a real massive interest in what you're saying. Most everyone seems to be just knee-deep into their coffee and biscuits.
Well, I mean, hell, I feel safer already.
Kitty, have you attuned to that vestige yet?
Yes.
Excellent. Then in that case, I'm going to... They give, a lot of information on the magic item here, so I'm going to try and pick and choose what it is I need you guys to actually know. So, while attuned to it... let's see here. In this state, the Jewel of Three Prayers is a glittering golden disc attached to a fine golden chain. The chain naturally resizes to function as a necklace for the creature who wears it. In its dormant state, the jewel has the following properties. You gain a +1 bonus to AC while wearing the jewel. While wearing or holding the jewel, you can cause an action to shed bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15. The light lasts as long as you extinguish it. The jewel has 3 charges and regains all expended daily charges at dawn. While holding the jewel, you can expend 1 charge to cast the invisibility spell. So Ao says, listen, let us get some equipment together, get some rations. I mean, that's a long trip you guys are talking about, so we'll start getting everything together. But I tell you what, we'll meet you at the gate. We'll meet you at the southern gate here in about a couple hours, okay? Come on, guys.
All right.
Ao, I don't really know about all this.
And as Dermot's following her out, Maggie just takes another pull off of takes the full flagon of berry juice and just drains the whole thing and sets it down. Loud burp and then heads out. And then Gelsariad is the last person remaining, as he just sort of stares at the jewel a little bit, but after a moment he stands up and follows his party out while doing a deep bow towards your group.
Can I insight check him as he leaves?
Sure.
I just kind of want to determine if they're going to just try to rob us as soon as we get on the road.
Okay. With an 18, you determine that they're more interested in the adventure as opposed to anything else. Ao herself, she just wants to be part of a grand adventure from what you've gathered. Dermot just seems genuinely concerned for all of you guys and himself, I might add. Gelsariad is obviously very curious about the magical secrets that you guys have uncovered, and Maggie is mostly just trying to keep the rest of her party from getting into too much trouble. You guys have anything else you want to do before you head out?
I think we got anything.
Yeah, just collect the
Yeah,
rations and we're...
Yes.
Let me make sure I don't need any components.
How much do healing potions cost?
50 gold.
Do we want to grab one?
How much money do we have right now?
Do we want Luke to just create a pot for us?
Yeah, that
yeah,
I'm
works.
down for that.
You want me to
Yeah.
community pot it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on
I got
1
15
second.
gold.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me.
Actually, I might hold on to that for random things, like maybe just
Okay.
a few gold, but you could take 10.
Okay. 10. Got it.
I had 31.
Okay.
38.
Okay. And I'll add mine to that. And I will get that all set up in the treasury.
Sorry if you didn't want to do that. I just
No, you're good.
It's easier for me.
No, yeah, that's. We could get a healing potion or 2 if you guys wanted. By the way.
I think we should just start a stock of 1. I have a healer's kit, so
I do
I
as
have
well.
one as well.
If we had a spell when we started the campaign that had a component worth like gold, did we start with that component?
Oh, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Or actually I probably had enough gold to buy it. But yeah, anyways.
so yeah, just subtract that from whatever total Luke has. How much is it?
It was
123.
the
That's our total.
it was the pearl for identify, which Brian would have had one too. So
Oh, right.
um
That's a good point. Forgot about those.
So well,
components.
we have it, so just take 50 out and we have a pearl.
There you go.
And skip the potion because we had to get an identify spell. It's all good.
We can still afford a potion then.
Okay, then let's.
We'll be down to 23 gold. We're good.
I'm good with that.
yeah,
That's
that's fine. Less to get robbed.
Yeah.
Who wants to hold on to the potion? Or should I just put it in the bag?
I would say Venn, not to,
Yeah.
because like
That's
I-
fine.
No, I agree. That's fine.
I have spells, so I'm good.
Yeah.
At the edge of town, you guys are meeting up with the Ao's party, and a short time later, you guys leave the village of Jagao behind. So, as you guys know, Xhorhas is a war-scarred wasteland prowled by demons. That's the first thing. You know that the road that you're about to take is not an easy one, but it is the hopes that with such a powerful party now together, a group of 8 people, all particularly skilled, you guys will be able to survive whatever it is it throws at you. Not to mention the Aurora Watch does keep their eyes on things, so you will have at least some measure of protection as you guys travel down the road. The Aurora Watch being the military arm of the Kryn dynasty, by the by. And so, as you guys leave the safety of Jagao behind, you begin making your paths down the Emerald Loop. As you guys are walking, trying to keep your eyes on the road, you are just staying as close to the road as possible, and Maggie Keen Eyes is very specific about, like, we shouldn't leave the road, like, at all. We don't know what's going to be out here, so everybody just stay close, don't do anything dumb, and we'll get through this. As you guys are leaving and heading your way out of the village, and you get about maybe a couple of hours down the road, it's actually like a rare sunny day in the wasteland. And let's hear some passive perception scores, please.
12.
13 here.
Okay.
12.
12.
16.
Okay, Rook. You see a cloud of dust being kicked up about a half mile down the road, and it's heading at your direction. What would you guys like to do?
I will notify everyone immediately. Like, hey, we got company.
All right.
We want to meet it head on, or maybe hop down off the side a little bit and see if we can let it pass, whatever it is.
Could be horses. We can try to stealth, but
Well, we
There's
probably
In the waste,
don't
there's
want to be
not a lot
standing
of
in
place
its
to hide.
path.
yeah.
Yeah, we should at least maybe step off the path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prepare
yeah.
yourselves.
Yep.
All right. Ao's party, on the other hand, Den's, follows your advice, and they do step off the road, and she's like, "Are we hiding? What's going on?"
We don't know what this is yet. Just keep on your toes.
Okay, so are you guys attempting to hide, or are you just stepping off the road?
You said there wasn't much to hide, right?
Not really. It's kind of like scrub blasted land, really. It's not a ton of places to hide.
Yeah, I think just kind of getting out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of getting ready. Like if anybody has any sort of armor or anything they want to.
If arrows start flying out of the sky, then yeah, let us know.
Okay, before you guys left, there would have been some spells being cast to protect yourselves on the road. Galsariad has activated Mage Armor. Aojabe has Good Berry locked and loaded. Maggie's not a spellcaster, I don't think. And Dermot has nothing to really upcast. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I cast all the spells. Every spell gets cast.
I'll probably cast the shield, I think. The Eldritch Turret Protector.
Okay.
Go ahead and pop one of those out. And go ahead and roll that for everybody. So let's get some temp HP for that.
Here's what you guys are kind of seeing. Okay. A few minutes later, that's all the dust is getting kicked up and that sort of thing. You guys see what appears to be a group of men on horseback, about 11 in all. And as they are riding up towards your party, they come to a stop down here at the end of the whole thing. And this individual rides up just a tiny bit further, and he calls out to your group. And, "Hello to travelers on the Emerald Loop. You've stumbled into the territory of the Road Raiders. I am Postrake, your humble host for today, and it's my duty to inform you that there's a toll to travel these here roads."
Jesus. I mean, like gods.
What do you need somebody to sew up your clothes for you?
"Are you offering love?" As the rest of the tax collectors in heavy air quotes guffaw along with their leader. No, nothing so grandiose. We does needs each of you to cough up 25 gold pieces each for the road and infrastructure tax.
The road is dirt.
Well, so it is, and that's why we're needing the gold.
The road is dirt.
It sounds like you need someone to teach you some manners.
Oh, as you planning to teach me some manners, Clanky?
I could. You want to come over here and find out?
Oh, let's loosen their purse strings, boys. And he orders his men to attack. Drawing blades, they kick their horses into high gear as the separate party draws their weapons, and Dermot lets out a "oh dear," and we're into combat.
Seems diplomacy has broken down. It's time to make peace. Many pieces.
Rook spent a long time fighting people like this.
I got a 19.
16.
And with my alert feat, I'm going to give that to Kitty.
Because I got a 4.
I got a 6.
Let me get my stuff on the table here. Fair enough. Okay, just want to make sure everything was on the up and up. Okay, sorting. Yes?
I'll be switching my initiative with Kitty's.
Alright, so yours is a 19, switching to what?
4.
4. And Kitty's turns to a 19. Alright, sorting into descending order, and let's get this party started with one of our bandits. Which one? This one down here. Okay. Need the character sheet for the riding horse as well. 60 feet. Okay. Cool. So, this guy kicks his horse into high gear, and the horse comes galloping down the lane, Dealing 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, as he gets to that location, the bandit pulls up his light crossbow and aims it at the target-rich environment before him. And let's see what we got. And who's our winner today? Okay, that is a 3. So we are looking at Venn. You're the one getting shot at. Light crossbow coming your direction, and that is a 19 to hit Venn.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Dealing 9 piercing damage as the bolt slams home, and you are struck. That's it for that bandit's turn. As we go to Kitty at 19. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think I'm going to rage. Okay, so the pink lights turn black, and you hear battle mode black. It's like the darkest she kind of gets, because it's like gunmetal and black, and you hear Japanese techno death metal, like the theme to Death Note, if anyone's familiar.
Does baby metal fall into that like arrangement or no?
I don't know that much about metal. This just sounded cool. And
fuck me then. Fine, let's go ahead.
And there's no one within range of that cool effect, so nothing happens.
Shame.
Yeah, and she's gonna take the dodge action.
Okay, dodge action, bonus rage, dodge action, and done. Back to you, Kitty.
I'm all done.
Okay, so that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good narrative. Do you want to add any more to it, or?
No, I think it's just she can't get as far as she needs to, for any of her good weapons, and she's gonna go out in front and hopefully stop some people from hitting the people in the back line.
Okay, and with that, we go to Postrake, the bandit leader, who goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, closing the gap with Kitty and making an attack. He has multi-attack, 2 with his scimitar and 1 with his dagger as he attempts to ride the barbarian down. First attack with a scimitar, a
At
20...
disadvantage.
Yes, a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Dealing 8 slashing damage to the barbarian.
Is that halved?
Yes. Scimitar attack number 2 is an 8 with a disadvantage. And finally, the dagger stroke is a critical hit on both rolls. That is 7 piercing to you on that.
So that was...
No, it should be 4 total.
Yeah, I'm giving you the unmodified ones.
7 total damage. He was giving you unmodified.
Okay.
Did
So you're
you
at
get the
38.
temp HP?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're full with the temps.
So the temp was 7, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, so
Well,
yeah,
I guess
I'm good.
when you rolled your battle mode, you get to roll temps. So you could theoretically have more than 7.
Yeah, that's a good point. Roll a d12 for the temporary hit points for Japanese techno death metal. Hey!
Oh.
Damn. Damn,
Nice.
hot. All right.
That was a
That's
12.
So
Very
I'm
cool.
less than hurt.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so in other words, just no damage whatsoever, it seems like.
Yeah.
Alan, work with me here. I'll throw it to you in a second. So as Postrake is like riding like his horse like down range at you, he's like swinging the blades around. He comes in and he's like brings his horse like up to rearing and beside you. He swings the blades like into you once, twice, and then tries to plunge the dagger into your head with the critical hit. What happens in response to that, since you're not taking any damage?
I think it's basically because I am made of metal. It's like clink, 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 and I just look at him with my black glowing eyes.
The bandit captain's a little bit surprised by this. He's like, as we go to Galsariad. Okay, Galsariad is going to move. Let's see, I've got speed at 30 feet, and he goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then back 1 for 30. So he will use one of his abilities. He will use Drain Potential at ranged. I think I have the range for this. Oh, I don't, actually. Okay, so we'll adjust that movement one more time. And let's see. He's going to use Drain Potential against the Bandit Captain. With a feeble 9, unfortunately, as Galsariad misses the target. But let's get a nice magical effect as we send a death missile downrange. But no damage. So Galsariad conjures up his necrotic bolt and sends it downrange as Postrake sort of ducks the whole thing as the bolt goes zipping by. And with that, we go to Venn. Your turn.
Venn is going to hold one of her cards above her head, and she's gonna say, Kitty, the spirits told me of a man that paid a toll fee and was killed anyways, and this is the time to avenge him. And she's going to give Kitty her Bardic Inspiration Tale of the Avengers. So for 1 minute, any creature that hits Kitty is going to receive some damage. And there's that.
Okay.
So
marking with
the
Venn's
pink
color.
glitter flies out from her card and envelops Kitty, empowering her further. And then I think that will be all from Venn for now. She is going to let's see, hang on, hide my character sheet. She's gonna move through her allies to there.
Okay.
And just move off to the side, kind of spread out a little bit. All right, that's all.
Okay. As Venn shifts positions and gives Kitty the power she requires, we go to our next bandit, who begins riding forward. Going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. As he gets to that location, he's going to make a target-rich environment roll with a D8. And that is a 2, so he is going to shoot Maggie Keen Eyes with his crossbow. And opens fire on her. With a 5 to hit, as Maggie simply sort of swats the bolt out of the air with her giant maul. No damage to her. That takes us then to Aojabe, who moves forward. Let's see here. What's her weapons? Actually, she doesn't. She does not move forward. She simply pulls out her longbow and starts taking pot shots at this bandit here at the back, one who just shot at her friend. So Ao is particularly incensed by this, but she takes her longbow and opens fire twice. Longbow shot number 1 against the bandit is a 22, dealing 8 piercing to him, and sending him into bloodied state with that first shot. That sends that guy bloodied, and she follows it up a second shot. This time an 8. That is a miss for Aojabe as she curses her poor aim, but she kind of moves to the back of the line with the rest of the ranged characters as we go to Dermot Werder. Dermot will move forward. What his speed is, 30 feet. Okay. Going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Getting behind Kitty. And from there, Dermot will use his Searing Wrath spell. And he will target the same bandit that was just hit by Ao. And he will connect with a critical hit. So you guys see this pulse of radiant energy strike out from Dermot, lashing into this bandit right here, striking him blind, but also more importantly, basically boiling him alive with radiant power. As the bandit is blasted off of his horse flees the combat and leaves everything behind. Leaves its rider behind. Dermot goes, I got one! And that is the end of Dermot's turn. As we go to the next bandit in the rotation. He goes. draws his light crossbow and makes a target-rich environment check. Okay. So going from left to right. 1,
Is he within
2...
range?
Huh?
Is he within range?
That's a good question, actually. Let's find out.
I don't remember what light crossbows are.
They are 80 and something. Hang on. Light crossbows are... That's actually a very good question. Let's find out.
You're definitely in range, but you...
It's 80 and 320 is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
So I just need to know
He
who it
is-
is.
disadvantage. Yeah, like, crossbows are insane.
So everybody but Dermot and Kitty is kind of out of his range, so I'm going to shoot at Dermot. We'll do that. Bandit, and he opens fire, and that is a 5 against Dermot as Dermot deflects the attack. Okay. That's it for that bandit as we go to Maggie Keen Eyes at that point, and she moves forward. 30 feet. So the big ogre, half ogre, goes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excuse me, Kitty. You mind if I cut in? And she uses her giant maul to try and swat at the bandit captain. Prostrate 6 daggers. That is a 15 to hit. Clobbering the guy with 18 bludgeoning damage. And let's see here. She forces him to make a strength saving throw. And that is a 21. The bandit captain is not moved as Maggie clobbers the bandit captain. That's it for Maggie. As we go to the next bandit in the rotation. You guys might be sensing a theme here. The next bandit rides up, going, and he will then make a target-rich environment roll. And let's see, that's a 4 this time. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's aiming at Dermot as well. So let's see here. Light crossbow to Dermot. And that is a 15, a miss on Dermot. So bolts are just flying like all over the battlefield, like trying to get you guys as these bandits are just riding up, whooping and shrieking on horseback as we go to the next bandit in the rotation. Who goes? So he gets to there. I'm going to do some measuring from him. Everybody's in range, and so he will make a target-rich environment roll, D8. And let's see, that's a 2. So this time it's going to be Maggie Keen Eyes who gets shot at. So he fires at her with the light crossbow. And that is a 21 to hit Maggie Keen Eyes, a hit, dealing 5 piercing to the ogre. So one of the other bandits scores a hit. A whoop comes up from him. The next bandit goes, riding up, going. So he reaches that location and starts doing some measuring. Everybody's in range, so target-rich environment roll. And that's a 4 this time, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kitty, your turn to get shot at with disadvantage. Light crossbow at disadvantage, and that is a 12, a miss on the barbarian. Rook, a lifetime later, it's your turn.
Rook is going to kind of reach in and cast Guiding Bolt, and you see a black raven fly out of his hand. I'm casting it at the 6-dagger guy.
Okay. 6-dagger guy. 25 is a hit with the Guiding Bolts. Roll damage. 18 damage in Radiant. Alright. That blasts 6 daggers with the blast there, illuminating him for the rest of the party to see, and back to you, Rook.
So you see a black raven fly out of his hand, and it kind of circles up in the air, and then it almost does like a hawk dive right into 6 daggers, and he's kind of starts glowing with this radiant energy.
Nice. So he's like struck by this, and he's like glowing now, and he's in fear. He's like, "Oh, hey, what is it?" Like trying to get like this, like brushing himself, like trying to get it off. As we go to the next bandit in the rotation. Who goes? Everybody's in range, so target-rich environment roll. And let's see that. Okay, 6 this time, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Magnus, you are shot at this time with a light crossbow. How about a 12 to hit Magnus?
Negative.
Alright, arrow goes sailing past you, and Magnus, it is your turn for reprisal. Go ahead.
Alright. Pick it here, and I am going to do bonus action 10 hit points.
The ballista. Or not the ballista, the protector.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, good one.
All right. A hot 10 on the Eldritch Cannon Protector. 10 temporary hit points to everybody within 10 feet of, all allies within 10 feet of Magnus.
Mm-hmm. And then I will do a fire bolt, fire shot right at. Let's get the main guy right here.
Okay, and you have advantage on this attack, Magnus.
Should be a +7.
Okay.
So 15, 15 to hit.
15 is a, and that's an advantage. Did you want a crit fish?
Oh, yes. Nope.
Nope. Okay. 15 is a hit on the Bandit Captain, doing away with Guiding Bolt, and roll damage, please. Healing 3 fire damage. That sends Postrake 6 knives, I should say, into bloodied state as the firebolt slams home. Kapew.
Right. That is my turn.
All right, Magnus, any narratives or anything?
Yeah, he runs up and he has his little guy pulse the shield around everybody, and then he'll pull out his arcane firearm and just try to take a shot. And just kind of wings him.
Okay. And so, as the bandit leader is struck by that bolt, we go to the next bandit. So, that bandit there will take a shot down range with a target-rich environment check. And, okay, 7 this time. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Rook, you're elected this time. As a crossbow bolt comes down range at you with a weak-ass 6. No damage.
Nope. Blocks it with the shield.
Next bandit comes riding up. So, I mean, the Mongols, these guys are not, you know. And let's see what we got here. Okay, and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This one's for Dermot. So Dermot gets shot at this time by homeboy here. And light crossbow coming down range. A critical failure to hit the mark as Dermot is protected. And then back to the top of the initiative with this bandit down here to the south. He's simply going to ride up here and target rich environment roll with the crossbow. That's a 2 this time. So Maggie Keen Eyes is getting shot at this time. And bandit, light crossbow. And that is a 15, which is a hit on the ogre, dealing 7 piercing damage. That gets rid of her temps, but kind of puts her down a little bit. Well, not all of her temps, but puts her down a little bit more. And Kitty, back to you. You're no longer dodging.
Okay. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to recklessly attack this guy.
Okay, go reckless. And back to you.
And let's see if I can hit him.
Let's see if I can hit him. Critical hit? No, that's not a critical hit. That is a 24. That is a hit. Roll damage, please. 18 damage. That's more than enough to slay the bandit as you slice him with your greatsword. He is dead.
Okay, and I am a great weapon master, so that gives me the Hue ability, which I will post in just a second when I can find it.
Sure, take your time.
And
All right. You may score a critical hit. You can make a bonus attack with the same weapon as a bonus action. Okay, sounds good.
And so I'm gonna attack the guy behind me now.
Okay. Assuming that's the bandit captain. Okay. And that's a definite hit on Postrak. 17 damage to him. Oh, he is badly hurt at this point. Shrieks out in agony as the blade cuts into him. Back to you, Kitty.
So, like, as Kitty slashes through this guy, and just basically decapitates him, she goes, "Meow, meow, motherfucker," and then turns around and hits the other one.
Oh boy. Okay, well the bandit captain's like utterly like terrified at this point. So, anything else for your turn, Kitty?
No.
Over to the bandit captain, and he says, "Oh, for this, keep your bloody Filthy money! And he takes the disengage action with his horse. And he is out. 5, 10, and off he goes. And he quits the battle. Cowardly and with fear in his eyes as Kitty slices him open. He's clutching his side from the great sword blow, and he steers his horse off and flees the battlefield. That takes us to Galsariad, who will make a ranged attack with his Drain Potential spell. He's not in range of anybody, though, so he's going to move up to behind Maggie. And then redraw the line. Nobody's really in range, are they? Huh. Okay, I will hold an action then as Galsariad. As soon as somebody comes in range, I will blast them with that spell. And I am also concentrating. Venn, your turn.
We are gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. I'll move closer if I need to. We're gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this closest bandit guy here.
Okay.
Yes, me and the spirits together are going to cast that. It's a Wisdom save, DC 14.
Alright, for the bandit, Wisdom save, DC 14, and here we go. That is a 6. That's a failure for Mr. Bandit. Roll damage. Down he goes. 12 damage, just tears him apart psychically. The horse flees, and yeah, that's the end of him. Back to you, Venn.
Nice. So she just she holds out her hand, and kind of these blue wisps fly from it, and as they fly past Kitty, you kind of hear like a pss, 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 like whispering noise, and then they go into all of this man's face holes, and he dies screaming.
Jeez.
And
all right.
that is all.
That's pretty horrible. We go to Aojabe, who's going to fire some longbow shots down range. She's got all the range in the world. Critical failure on the first shot, but a critical hit on the second one. That drops this bandit down here, and his horse goes charging off into the wasteland. That's it for Aojabe. As we go to Dermot Werder. He has Searing Wrath at 60 feet, so we'll measure that one. Yeah, he's got plenty of room. And Searing Wrath. He blasts another shot of Radiant Energy down range, but he does miss with that one with a 10. That's it for Dermot Werder as the next bandit goes. Where is he? Down here? Okay. Cool. Next bandit. And he will swat at her with his scimitar, switching weapons. And that is a 15 to hit Maggie, dealing 6 slashing to her. Slice goes the bandit's blade. But Maggie gets to reprise now, as she pulls out her giant maul and swats at the bandit with it. And that is a 13 against the bandit. And that is more than enough. The bandit is obliterated off the horse with a 19 bludgeoning damage. He is dead. His horse runs away. That's it for Maggie as we go to the next bandit. This bandit here, he's going to make a target-rich environment check against the people that are closest. And, okay, D6. And that is a 3, and so he is going to try to ride down Magnus. Going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and he leaves the threatened square of our man Rook.
So I have Warcaster. Does that mean I can use Booming Blade? As a
I believe.
action?
Yes, sir. Yes, you may.
I'm gonna Booming Blade it then.
Okay, Booming Blade. 21, a hit on the bandit. Roll damage. Dealing 4, but that's not the whole point, because he just also left his threatened square.
Yeah.
And so let's get that booming damage, too.
I think it's just 1d8 at this level.
Okay. 7 more damage, that's enough. He is dead. As he gets blasted off his horse with a thunder strike, the horse panics and whinnies and runs off into the wilderness. That's it for that one. And that bandit's dead, and Rook, it's now your turn. Go ahead.
Alright. I can't select my token. Reloading, sorry. Nope.
Okay. Brief reload. We'll go to break after this.
They haven't realized they fucked up yet.
Oh god, you gotta remember this is all happening within the space of a few seconds, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Y'all walked to the wrong room.
Yep.
yeah, you came to the wrong neighborhood.
Okay, we're good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there.
Mhm.
And I would like to cast Word of Radiance.
Oh,
Con
nice.
save of 14.
Okay, so that's for the horses and the bandits. Horses, since there's so many tokens on the table, I'm just going to take them as a group. The horses roll a 17 for the con save, and the bandits
Saves.
roll a 19 for the con
Save.
save.
Save. So it does nothing.
Yep. A blast of radiance. Yep, go ahead.
Rook just kind of runs up and he just hits it a little too early where he kind of clangs the sword and shield together and he just kind of blows a dust cloud at him.
Nice. Okay, so a bit of dust cloud there. Action. Next is up is the bandit to Rook's immediate south, and he will draw a scimitar, swing it at Rook for a 16 to hit.
A miss.
All right. Next bandit goes. Oh, that's the same bandit. Magnus, your turn.
All right. I am going to go ahead and call out the Force Ballista, and I'll take a shot with it at Bandit right there.
Bandit right there. Okay, come get him.
Woof.
Yeah, woof indeed. That is a miss with the Force Ballista. No
Got
damage.
an 8. Alright, and then will do a Firebolt.
Firebolt. To follow up. 15, though, is indeed a hit on the same bandit, I assume.
Alright, yes.
Roll damage.
It's right there. Hot 2.
Hot 2, baby!
Nice.
A glancing blow with the firebolt, but all the same, damage is damage, as we like to say around here.
Gotta
His
really
eyebrows are
fix these
gone.
sights.
Yeah, that's it. You got his eyebrows.
Really gotta fix these sights.
Those are
Alright.
my favourite eyebrows.
I'm gonna look stupid for 6 months.
I've been collecting them parasites for 20 years.
I did you a favor. Alright.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Next, Bandito. This one here is going to slash at Rook with his scimitar. How about a 19, dealing 5 slashing?
5 off attempts.
There you go. As the blade just sort of cuts into the shield that is projected around you from the robot. We go to the next bandit. They're running out of bandits around here, but this guy goes riding, skibbity bobbity boobity. His horse just leaves him behind, I guess. And gotta move both tokens at once. But I'm gonna swing on Kitty with a scimitar with advantage. How about a 21 to hit Kitty?
That hits.
7 slashing to the barbarian.
Takes force in return.
Oh no! Does that immediately get rid of the effect?
No,
No,
it
it-
lasts for a minute.
Oh, dip. Okay.
Nice.
So how much force was that again, Venn? Sorry.
It's rolling 6 force.
Big
Oh, hot. He is bloody state at that one. He's like, "Ah!" And so, with the remaining speed in his horse, he leaves Kitty's threatened square. Like, trying to run. Kitty, do you want a reprisal?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Come and get it. Oh, double fumble.
Oh,
Just I have the graze thing, so I'd still do 4 damage.
Sounds good to me. Okay. It has both hue and graze?
The graze is weapon mastery. Great weapon master's a feat.
Ah, thank you. All right, so with that, he'll take 3 ability points of damage, it looks like. Okay.
4.
4. Okay. So, and one more. And he does, however, quit the battlefield at that point as he flees, takes a little graze, but he is off the battlefield. Kitty, your turn.
Kitty still has 10 hit points, so she has not been hurt. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she's going to swing at the guy on the left.
Do you want to
She
stay
is
reckless or not? So much?
Staying reckless. Let's kill him.
Let's kill him.
Commence hate protocols.
18, a hit on the bandito. Roll damage. You say that was one on the left there?
Yeah.
Okay, and 16 damage, and yeah, Dunyan rings.
God.
Slash. Horse runs off, and back to you, Kitty.
You.
Yes, 19, another hit.
Bye-bye.
Yep,
Jesus.
19 damage to him, and he is dead too. Horse runs away as Kitty's clearing the battlefield.
Kitty's
and-
brutal.
It's basically like an arm on one guy, and he falls to the ground bleeding, and the leg off the other guy, and then Kitty just slaps her sword against the ground, and blood splatters across the ground, and she just points at the next one. Is there
takes
anyone
us-
left?
One guy.
Oh, I point at him,
Galsariad takes his
and
turn.
I take a
Yeah.
step forward.
Okay, Galsariad, as you take a step forward, Galsariad measures. I don't think I have the range. I don't. So once again, Galsariad holds his action. Okay, readying a necrotic blast with that next one. Venn, your turn.
Okay. I should. I'm measuring it out right now. Yep, I can get within range. So she steps forward towards this last guy. Oh, actually, maybe I can't. Hang on.
Okay.
Nope, never mind. I do not have the range. Well, she's just gonna step forward and kind of hold her side, where she was shot, and lift up a card, and hold it in the remaining bandit's direction to hold a spell. If the guy comes within 60 feet of her, she's gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. The horse is within range, right?
Yeah. So that means he is too.
Okay, I'm sorry. Then yeah, I'm gonna just fucking hit him with my spell. Ray of Frost.
Ray O' Frost.
Yeah. So
Not to
she
be
lifts up her
confused with the
card
Filet-O-Fish.
and points it at him and rolls a 22.
Yeah, that was a definite hit on the bandit. Let's see it. Two. Whole
A
damage.
cold 2
A cold 2.
compared to the hot
Yeah. Nice cold 2 in there.
that's solid. Okay.
2.
Back
That's
to you.
all.
All right, Venn. As you blast that one, Aojabe goes, firing a longbow down range. That is a miss, but the second shot is a 20, a hit, dealing 11 piercing, and that bandit is dead as a doornail. The riding horse runs off, and Aojabe just simply shoots that guy right off the horse. A perfect longbow shot, and that, my friends, is the end of the combat.
Rook will step up and fist bump Kitty, as long as she's not too enraged.
Kitty will fist bump back, but it might be a little painful.
That's fine. I have
Let's
gauntlets
see.
on.
Let's see. I'm
Let's
just
do
gonna roll
some-
an attack.
It's a hit.
Your hand is gone.
Wait, are you great swording me? This should be an
No, I
attack,
just was
feel like.
rolling a single kind of attack. I didn't look for another attack. It's a +6, so I just hit you pretty hard. That's all I was going for.
Gets rid
And
of all the temp hit points.
you don't have an arm.
I have 10 pit points. We're good.
Yeah.
They're gone, but
Well, none of that happens. But what does happen is Dermot will start handing out healing to anybody that needs it.
Would anyone like a bit of a heal? I can do that one whole time per day.
Dermot,
yeah.
the Raven Queen protects.
It's alright, damn it.
Oh, well.
See,
And
strength
Magnus.
in numbers, right?
Yeah. I just want to help.
I mean, Ven's not looking great.
Okay.
I mean, a little patch would be nice, but don't feel
Okay,
obligated.
I can do it.
And
Okay.
he casts Cure Wounds on you.
Kitty leaves the rage, and it makes the Final Fantasy win music again.
How much is Cure Wounds again?
2d8
2024.
plus your wisdom
Copyright.
modifier.
And you are given 14 hit points.
Yay!
Then.
Thank
oh,
you.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're quite welcome.
You see, Dermot, you did the one thing, and it was a good one.
I do my best. Thank you, Magnus. You're too kind.
He also burned out that one guy's eyeballs.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
That
That
was
was pretty
super
sick.
violent. Venn, what was that went into his face?
Oh, just some vengeful spirits.
And Kitty, my God. It's beautiful. You are an artist. Truly. All right.
I know, I have a paint kit.
Yes, truly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just calculating travel times here for a minute, so bear with me. Travel times at a normal pace, you guys are covering 3 miles an hour, and you get a grand total of 24 miles in before you have to rest. So
Yeah,
you
it
guys
was
get-
when the horses were running away. It was like, no.
Yeah, sorry.
At least
I was like,
one
Matt-
for
well-
a burden, for a beast of burden. That's all I wanted.
Maggie's
Yeah.
probably not going to be able to ride a horse, so...
No.
Probably not.
No.
I
Um,
debated. I have enlarge reduce now, and I debated just like making that one guy's horse really small.
And you know what happens when ogres try to ride horses? They break.
Oh, boy.
It's time to go to
Ogres
break.
ogres and horses.
It's
I
time
know
to
about
go to
ogres
break.
and donkeys.
I welcome the pun. All right. I'll see you guys in a bit.
After the business with the bandits comes to an end, you guys get a little bit further and finally decide to bed down for the night. And so, as such, you guys get a long rest in. Let's get that out of the way.
Hooray!
I'm already feeling refreshed.
It's a long trip.
Hell yeah.
Dermot gets his one heal back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Good for Dermot.
Hey, man. One
You
heal
want me
can
to
save
take...
a life.
Does the other party have their own rations, or am I taking their rations on ours?
I think they bought theirs. That's what they said before they left.
They bought theirs, so you needn't worry about them. Just
Okay.
just be concerned with yourselves.
Guys, we have 69 rations.
Good.
Nice.
Good. What a lovely number.
We can never eat again.
At least for 1-2 days. Then we're probably gonna have to.
Okay.
But there is Dermot.
No.
I'm kidding, Dermot. Jeez.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a little retconning here. That bandit encounter took place 2 days into your journey.
Okay.
And so another 2 days goes by before you guys have to deal with anything else.
Okay.
So
4 days worth of rations.
What? No, 2 days worth of rations.
He just said we're moving another 2 days forward.
We're good. I was confused. I got it. We're good.
Yeah. Feel shame, math man.
Probably on the road, I'd roll my new spirit bard prophecy thing. So
yeah, by all means.
Luke, 2
Yes.
+ 2 = 4.
-1, that's 3 quick maths.
That is, yeah,
Alright.
that is some quick math.
Gibbity bop.
New power that I can bestow is Tale of the Renowned Duelist. You make a melee spell attack against a target. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die plus charisma.
Now we're doing we're doing a bit of abstracts here with the traveling, but it'll all make sense eventually.
Gotcha.
No worries.
I would, on the road, want to just check on Dermot.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's the first time he's killed
Sure.
someone.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So yeah, we can play that out. That's fine. While Willow loses her mind in the background. Tiny doggy brain.
Puffy.
Hang on. Come here. Come here. What are you doing? No, never mind. Not that interesting. Okay. Right. Let's get back to it. So as you guys are walking along, Rook, that's fine. Dermot's just sort of like fiddling with his holy symbol, and you finally he finally looks up at you, and he's like,
What? What did I do?
Nothing. Just checking in.
Oh,
You burned
Okay.
a man's eyes out a couple days ago. Just wanted to see how you're feeling.
well, attacking my friends, wasn't he? That's
He was indeed.
yes, and we're friends, Rook, right?
I would say so.
Yes, you seem you're the goddess that you venerate is she's rather grim, isn't she?
Only if you choose to view it that way.
Okay, well,
I
what
think
other way should I?
She is a force of nature. A
Go on.
continuation of the cycle. Keeping away the things in the dark and that haunt the night.
See, it doesn't sound so bad, I suppose. But you're kind to ask, of course. I mean, everything's fine. I just, I just kind of feel out of place with this whole thing. Everything's so different out here. In this sort of world. I mean, Ao's, she's a force of nature, and she just kind of dragged me along for this whole thing. She just had these grand dreams of becoming an adventuring party, and well, I couldn't let her just wander off by herself. I needed to prove myself. Just try and when you're the 12th son of a poor goblin family, I mean, you're the only way to make a name for yourself to become a great champion. But I don't know. To be honest with you, I kind of enjoy just cooking and planting flowers and sewing clothes. To be honest with you, this is all very different for me. I don't know how you do it.
There's nothing wrong with those things, Dermot, but sometimes the world doesn't let you just plant flowers and cook and wash clothes. Sometimes it has other plans.
Well, the faith of the Luxon has been very helpful in making sure all my friends are safe. I'm just happy to be here, I suppose.
That's good, Dermot. Keep the spirits high.
I will do my best.
And Rook will just clap him on the shoulder and kind of walk off.
Behind this scene, you see Kitty just chasing a bunny.
Just arms extended fully out.
Yeah.
High knees.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna run with this. Actually, I'm gonna run with this idea a little bit. Let's see here. Give me a second here. Okay. All right. I think at that point, Gelsariad approaches Magnus.
Okay. Ah! Oh god, you gotta stop staking up on me, man.
Or perhaps you could try being less anxious. I mean, they have herbs for this sort of thing.
I'm focusing on my work, okay? And you see, there's a bunch of stuff he's tinkering with at the time.
Your devices. It's curious magic, actually. Tell me,
yeah.
How'd you come by it?
Oh, well, just here and there, a bit of a trade. He is going to lie.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see here. Where is my... Deception, there it is. Hot 15. You just pick it up, I got this wild idea that, we could probably infuse some of the arcane stuff with some of the fun little gadgets I've seen around, and one thing leads to another, and then he'll pull out his arcane firearm and be like, and you make something like this.
Some sort of projection device. It's not unlike a wand, I dare say.
No, but it does open up, and I'll crack it open where I could put the caster shells in it.
you can
Fascinating.
do a lot of things like that, and I'll pull out the shield that has it's like a bandolier inside the shield, and it's like you just grab this, and this one acts like a shield if you project it quick enough.
Does that seems slower than just casting a spell through, say, a focus, don't you think?
Well, I mean, some stuff is focused, and I'll flip the switch for the taser, and then I'll just do it out in front of me really quick. It's like, see, some stuff works like that, but I get pretty practiced with this thing.
Oh, truly. It's certainly a different form of magic. But it's potent. I won't deny that.
There are some great uses for this type of thing.
Oh, yes.
I mean, heck, it helped us with the maze with Dermot the other day, just for using a rock.
Yes, poor Dermot. He really crisis of self-confidence, that one.
Nah, he'll get over it. One
sure he
thing
will.
Wildmouth's good about is getting over that, or you die.
It's a grim turn for that conversation. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you either get over yourself about worrying about this and that and put your strong foot forward, otherwise, you end up dead. Seen it 100 times. Think this is my first group?
No, I dare say I didn't know that if this was your first group or not. What do you think? I mean, do you have such a low opinion of your comrades, I suppose?
Not at all. No, everyone's got merit in there. Even your group has merit. Even Dermot has something that he could really be able to stand for, but, reality is that this place takes from you.
Is that so? What's it taken from you, then?
He's gonna get kind of a smirk on his face, grimace. At the same time, a little bit, it's a little weird sort of thing, and he's like, a lot. What about you? How long have you been here?
Oh, well, actually, I'm the newest member of this company. I've traveled here from Rosona. Have you been there?
I'm gonna do a history check on Rosona.
Oh, you know it already. It's the capital of Kryn.
Oh, oh wow, big city, huh?
Oh, yes. It's just spent a lot of time there studying ancient lore, especially history concerning the Age of Arcanum. It's a long-lost magical golden age, but you know that, of course.
Sure. Formal school and everything I went to.
Oh, yes. What school was that?
I'm joking. I didn't go to a formal school, just normal school. Then you pick up stuff, and then you learn things. Really, the road taught me
You're
a
joking.
lot.
No, you're joking. No formal education of any kind.
Well, I mean, you hit some towns, they got libraries. I can read.
Well, I didn't say you couldn't read,
Well, no,
obviously.
I
I'm just
didn't say that.
saying that perhaps there's men like us, men of intellect, we're called upon to know certain things. It's our role, you might say. Our critical role, you might say.
Oh, boy.
And...
Boo.
Sorry, I had to.
Sure.
And, well, I suppose a formal education does go a long way to proving oneself, don't you think?
No, but we don't have to agree on everything.
I suppose we don't. And with that, Galsariad falls silent.
Don't sweat it. There's something to be said for going to a school. I mean, heck, there's a lot of things I don't even know about even that thing there, and I'll point to Kitty's amulet.
Yes.
I mean, what do you
Curious
know about
that.
all that?
I don't know, but I am curious as to why you give it to Kitty.
After discerning its properties, it seems like the best suit for her.
Oh.
You mentioned she can't really see very well at night, and that could help.
Well, I suppose that's true in a very practical sense, but again, it's a question of historical import. I mean, Kitty doesn't strike me as the type of individual who values such knowledge.
Oh, I think you'll be surprised about what Kitty values, but I'm gonna be honest with you and straight. I can't think of anybody better to have it and keep it protected.
Now that is a practical statement.
Hmm.
You know, that's I suppose there's a certain usefulness in having more practical experience than book learning. It's an important point, Magnus.
I appreciate that you appreciate it. It's good of you to actually look beyond yourself. Otherwise, you will get your shortcomings.
Well, I still say that, at least now that we're all journeying together, I still would like a look at that little device of yours.
I don't know that it's really a big deal for you to take a look at it. We just have to make sure, Kitty's okay with it, and you could probably look at it while she has it on, or, hold it in her hands. She gets a little possessive. That's the whole thing about, keeping it protective, too. So just,
You're a member of the Arcane Fraternity. You know how this works. One of us has to commune with it, study it, attune to it. That's the job. You're suggesting that I shouldn't even touch the thing. You don't trust me, do you?
No. It's not that. I am telling you that you need to get permission from Kitty. It's hers right now.
Well, then, perhaps in that regard, I can perhaps count upon you to help me explain to her that research is important. Yes?
I mean, I could talk to her, sure, but,
good.
we all have to come to agreement on that. But, yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Nor
We're not
do I.
trying to hide anything here.
No, of course not. Not at all. As he sort of like just shoots you this sort of like offhand look, based off your deception check and his insight roll.
Yeah.
You seem like crook like his white eyebrow, but other than that, he falls silent. At that point, also at some point during the journey, speaking of Kitty, Maggie is takes a keen interest in the Warforged, and Maggie's like, "Could I ask you a question?"
Yeah.
Where'd you get that bow?
I woke up with it, but I just like it a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you just woke up with it, you didn't like see it in a shop or buy it or anything, or I mean, I'm saying it's like really pretty, and
Oh.
well, I'm saying like,
you.
well, yeah, but like, like, I mean, never mind. It's
No, but
well, I mean, you're a unique kind of person, Kitty. I haven't seen much of your kind, and I don't mean to be mean about that or nothing. It's just that,
it's okay. I haven't seen any of my kind.
yeah. Does that bother you at all? Like, does that get on your nerves or anything, or?
Not really. I'm just kind of happy to be anywhere, because, like, I don't remember anything before I woke up. And then I woke up with no. And I'm pretty sure I come from, like, the long time ago. But I don't remember anything. And then Ben woke me up, and then we've just had a lot of fun going to, like, graves and stuff. But I don't really think about what happened before that.
Does anybody ever, well, I suppose they don't, would they? Because you probably just stomp their head flat, I imagine. I mean, that's what I do.
Why would I stomp someone's head flat? I don't like to pay tolls, but I was pretty sure we were all in agreement that that guy needed to die.
Oh, no, I don't mean it like that. I mean like in, like civilized company, or, what people call civilized company. Anybody ever, like, look at you funny, when you're in town, villages, that sort of thing, just, looking at you like you don't belong there?
Oh, yeah, that's all the time.
What do you do about it?
Well, I kind of think of it this way, is that, big things, can be scary, but if I act really nice, then I just make friends with everybody, and I'm not as scary anymore. And that's why, like, I like to talk to people that look different, and I like all my friends, and that's why I'm glad I'm friends with you, because now I met an ogre who's really nice and really cool.
Oh, she actually blushes at that. She goes, "It's nice of you, Kitty. Thank you." People People kind of laugh. People kind of laugh whenever they see a 12-foot tall ogre ordering a drink and saying my name is Maggie, and it's nobody really takes the time to get to know me. Like just a big dumb ogre.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, sure.
I think a lot of people think I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, that's not very nice of people. I don't think you're dumb.
Thank you.
I think maybe you don't. You know what the word naive means?
No.
Well, okay. Well, it means like you probably think like the best about everything that's happening. And everybody's, and maybe and there's awful people in the world, Kitty. That's what I'm trying to say. And some people aren't very nice sometimes.
Where?
Oh, well, like those jerks with the tax thing. That's.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you took them apart pretty quick. I'm actually surprised about how pretty efficient you were with the whole thing.
I'm a childcare integrated teacher and defender.
What?
That's what kitty means.
Oh, well, I thought you were just like calling yourself a cat or something.
No. It's my name. There's a whole brand, I think, but I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, that's really interesting, actually. Can I? No, you wouldn't want me to do that, probably. I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't. Well, it's a good story, and I write poems, right? And I thought maybe like if I could watch you work, and both of us are working, and we're fighting and we're protecting our people, maybe you'd like to, I don't know, help me write a poem about it. I think it'd be good.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for asking me. This is the funnest thing I've ever heard of ever.
You mean it? Really?
Yeah. I bet you write really good poems.
Well, I mean, I got this one about like the sunrise right here. I don't know if you want to read it or anything.
Can you read it to me?
Oh, sure. Hang on. Okay, here's a good one. Early in the morning, the gentle breeze begins flowing. It feels so charming, and then a sphere starts floating. It glances over the horizon, then it slowly rises, and it peeks through the window, and then it whispers good morning. That's all I got so far.
It's amazing.
Do you really like it?
Yeah. I've never heard a poem before, though, so I might not be the best judge.
Well, wait
but
a minute.
I like it a lot.
Well, doesn't Venn, tell you poems and stuff, or?
No, she mostly talks to the dead and then tells me what the dead says.
Talks to the dead?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to tell people that unless they're cool. So don't tell her that I told you.
Oh, sure. Mouth closed. Anyway, do you want to hear another one?
Yes.
And that's where that conversation kind of breaks off. And after that, we go to Ao and Venn. So Ao is kind of starts the whole thing just going how much further?
Well, we're about 4 days in, but, and we have about, no, I don't know, 8 more to go, maybe?
Well, that's all right. I mean, we're out here and, kicking bad guy butt. It's not bad. I mean, as things go, I can't really complain about the whole thing.
Yes, I am actually surprised we've not encountered more danger based on what you were telling me back in that inn.
Well, all right. I mean, I wasn't trying to undersell it or nothing. It's just You know, I mean, there's demons on this road. I know that much. I mean, that's not like a. You've heard the stories. Come on.
I can't say I've heard them in great detail, but I'm interested to see whether they're true or not.
Oh, they're true, all right. I mean, there's a lot of great stories out there, you know? And, you ever, like, I definitely just, like, one of these days, like, you know, like, you got a good group here, right? I mean, I can't really tell who's in charge of your group or nothing, but, I mean, I'm certainly in charge of mine. You know, it's kind of the whole thing, you know, just keeping everybody, you know, moving town to town and trying to make a name for ourselves. I mean, you know, what are you guys trying to do? I mean, it's kind of weird that you, like, you know, stumble into the whole thing. I don't mean like in a bad way, but it's like, you know, I mean, can you imagine what would have happened if, like, if my group had decided to take the amulet?
Yes, it is interesting how our paths seem to be weaving in and out from each other that way, but there's one thing I have to say about me and my group. It's that you're correct that there's not one designated leader amongst us. It's more of a partnership, and as different as we all are, our personalities mesh quite well. And that's why we work so efficiently together, and why we decided to adventure together. We can make a good difference in this world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you know, making a difference, you know, and getting that recognition for making that difference, you know? Like, don't you ever think about that sometimes, where it's like somebody's, you know, I mean, like, it was like back in Jigao, right, where we won the event, right? Like, people are gonna be talking about us for months. You ever think about that? Like, you know, I mean, but maybe you guys, like, you know, with, I don't know what's going on with this whole thing, but, you know, I mean, I know that I sniff something. I know when I can sniff something important. And she points at Kitty and says, and that thing's important. I don't know how yet. But it's important.
Ao,
Yeah.
do you wish that you guys had grabbed the amulet first? That you guys experienced this vision? I won't be offended if you say yes. I'm just curious. Do you wish it was you?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. It's like, you guys are, like, on this sort of, like, path now, right? Where you're part of this big story, and that's kind of what I wanted, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to say, like, you know, oh, you know, I need to take your story from you or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying, like, I wish it had been me, you know? Like, I wish it had been, but I don't know, just something stopped me, and I was like, just wasn't, I don't know, just wasn't, like, fast enough, I guess, or wasn't confident enough, but Kitty just snatched it up like it was nothing. It's pretty amazing, I think.
Perhaps it wasn't your time. And while I'm glad that you're accompanying us, and I hope that you see this little mission through to the end with us, perhaps there's something greater waiting for you on the horizon. Something more fantastical and famous than whatever this weird artifact is that Galsariad seems to be so fascinated with.
Oh, well,
Something
don't mind him. He's just being a nerd about the whole thing. It's not, that's what he's like, but he's useful in that way. He's like Magnus, you know. He's like, you know, you got your caster smart guy, right? It's not abnormal. You need a caster. You just do.
I can agree with that, and she'll kind of flourish her deck.
Ooh, well, that's cool. Yeah, how does all that work anyway? Like, you know, like I mean, I'm pretty good with this bow, but it's like there's no magic behind it, you know. But I mean, I've got these. Oh, here, and she, like, hands you a good berry. Right,
Oh.
pretty good.
She'll try one.
Yeah,
Oh,
tasty,
yeah.
huh?
I enjoy that a lot.
Good. Yeah, I'll make some more later. But yeah, it's all nature magic and that sort of thing. But you got something different going on, huh?
I suppose I do, but look at you, you're making berries. Berries are usually an ingredient in something, not something that you make from scratch.
Uh huh. Um,
I th-
what do you mean?
well, I'm just I'm just saying I like you, Ao. You have a good head on your shoulders, and I don't think that you should be discouraged by this whole amulet thing, and I'm glad to have you along.
Well, that's nice of you. I'm happy to be along too. I mean, you guys could have said no, but you didn't, and now here we all are, just keeping each other safe. And yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what's going on at Batsazan. I mean, you guys won't keep us out of the loop, will you? You mean you better not?
Of course not. I trust you well enough now, and I hope you can say the same.
Yeah, I think I can.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. And her thoughts kind of drift away, and that's the end of that conversation. Perception rolls from the party, please.
Ba-ba-ba.
Is this to figure out how good? Is this to figure out how good Kitty's poem is?
I got a hot 7.
I rolled initiative accidentally, so here comes.
Kitty punches somebody.
Starts shadow boxing.
Seems right.
Rook.
That's easy on that bunny.
Once again with the high roll, Rook, with your high wisdom there, you hear in the distance a wild yell for help.
He'll kind of like look toward. He'll kind of stop stop walking, look that way, and see if anybody else notices. And when they don't, he'll do just kind of like a low whistle to get everyone's attention.
What? What is it?
And then he'll point the direction. How far was it away? Did it sound?
A little bit of a distance. I mean, enough. I mean, 60 feet. I should probably say, it's. Well, probably further than that, actually. It's a wild yell. But in the distance, I'll tell you that you do see what appears to be a tiefling riding on the back of a moorbounder. The trouble is the tiefling isn't doing very well at the whole moorbounder thing. And let me describe a moorbounder for everybody. They're these sort of like creatures that... let me give you a handout, first of all. So they're kind of like these sort of like feline kind of, but they're like felines with like amphibian eyes, which is kind of strange, and these like sort of like curving tusks that like come back away from the face like a warthog in a way. So it's this sort of like combination of creatures. But my favorite part is the stubby tail, like it's a pit bull. That's pretty great.
Bobcat.
Yeah. But what you're seeing is that creature sort of dragging this sort of like tiefling, like hanging on for like dear life as this creature's like snarling and buckling about. And there are 2 more of these moorbounders, of the bristled variety, and they are circling this imperiled tiefling. Let me shift you guys to the map so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So what you guys are seeing here is... it's in the back. This tiefling here, just like sort of like trying as this moorbounders like twisting back and forth, like keep an eye on the bristled moorbounders that seem to be like intent on savaging this tiefling. As the moorbounders are like kind of like drawing closer and snapping and snarling at the moorbounder, what would you guys like to do?
I'm taking off right towards him.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Same.
All right,
Ben's
hold your
gonna
positions. Hold your positions. But as you guys like start running towards them, the rival party is like, yeah, let's get in there, and let's roll initiative, please.
I keep forgetting to vigilant plus Kitty.
I did okay.
It's okay. We're doing like a lot of exposition right now, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I just have an ability that there's no resource on. I was like, I should use that.
Okay. So as the moorbounders like kind of like snarl in your guys' direction, the the bristled moorbounders, like sensing that you guys are a threat, they decide to turn upon you instead. And so I'll take this. Let's get the bristled moorbounders on here, and let's get this party started. Okay, sorting into descending order, and let's get this party started with Kitty. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to move.
What we got?
Fine.
Big rage?
Line to
Yeah.
rage. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready for the color. I have a blue feeling.
I really want to see the colors.
Okay.
I'm gonna say orange.
Is there a green?
I thought we did that already.
It goes battle mode green.
Yes!
Nice.
Winner!
And so far all the music's beat, but this is like slow, and it I'm describing it as flower pile or psychedelic folk music. And basically a projection of holograms is like a field 15 feet around me of little kittens playing with flowers. that are
Almost
growing.
heaven, West Virginia.
West Virginia.
I was thinking Lucy in the Sky, but
And
Oh.
as Kitty runs up, she mounts one of her barbed spikes to her wrist cannon, and she's going to fire it at this moorbounder.
Okay. You open fire on the moorbounder. Let's have a look.
Okay. Recklessly. Can you reckless with ranged?
You cannot. It has to be
Okay.
melee only.
Never mind. Then I'm not reckless.
That's all right. Here we go. 2016? Is it 6 opposed
Yeah.
to 16? Okay. 16 is a hit on the moorbounder. Roll damage.
Okay. And then that is going to be I rolled damage twice. 12 damage. And I'm also going to use the topple feature of a trident.
Constitution saving throw and creature's prone condition. It fails. Okay. Constitution.
So it's a 12.
Critical failure, Mr. Moorbounder.
So he's
Yeah.
knocked prone.
He is indeed. Prone. Back to you, Kitty.
That'll be it.
Okay. All right. Any narrative for us aside from
Yeah, I think it's just much cooler. It goes battle mode green. She picks a spike off her thigh, plugs it into the wrist launcher, runs forward and shoots it. And it just clips really hard against the thigh, the back thigh, I guess, for four-legged things. I don't know what.
Mm-hmm. No,
I don't know animals, and it just topples over, rolls to the ground.
All right. Moorbounder gives out a reeking roar as your weapon strikes home, knocking it to the floor. Tusks sort of drive up a bit of dirt from the impact. Anything else?
And then I pull the Buster Sword off my thing, and I scrape it across the ground. And it's all of that looks super savage as little kitties are playing around me.
It's the weirdest anime. Magnus, your turn.
Yeah. Don't you get extra movement when you rage?
No.
Oh, okay. Weird.
At 7th level, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So
I think it's 5th.
10, 15.
It might be in the new one, but in my Strahd one, it's 7th.
Okay. I am going to bonus action bring out the ballista
Okay. On your person or separately?
on my person,
Okay.
full predator, and then I'll go ahead and fire it at. We'll work on this guy right here.
Okay. 17 is a hit on the bristled moorbounder. Roll damage.
Wow. Ta-da!
10 damage to the bristled moorbounder, blasting the creature. And back to you.
Fire the. Give it a fire shot.
Okay. Drop in the 6-shooter. Let's see how that goes. 15 is another hit on the moorbounder. Roll damage.
Nice.
Checking for resistance. 8 fire damage to the Moorbounder.
Right.
Right.
Hot 18 damage. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Not
All
bad
right.
at all.
That will be the turn.
Okay, any narratives there, my friend?
Yeah, no, as he's running, the little guy kind of like springs up out of his back holster, and then he just kind of comes up on his shoulder. And then, he pulls up his arcane firearm and he spins it to charge a fire shot and then fires it.
Nice. Okay, blasts hit the Moorbounder with significant impact as we go to Venn. Your turn.
All right. Venn is gonna step forward to here,
Okay.
and that should get all 3 Moorbounders in range. Yep.
Well, don't forget this one's not trying to kill you. This one appears to be mounted by this tiefling here. Just so we're clear.
Right. Okay. In that case, still gonna do the same thing. Gonna cast Bane on the 2 bad ones that aren't trying to kill anybody.
Okay.
So a charisma save to them, DC 14.
One saves, the other fails. So that is Bane on what's Katie's color? Purple. Okay, and the other one saves, and no Bane for that one. 1 out of 2.
All right. So she is just going to begin concentrating on that. She walks forward and throws out these like spectral chains in either direction, and one of them kind of, the Moorbounder breaks free of, but the other one, it wraps around the Moorbounder's neck, and she's just kind of wielding it like it's a big dog, basically.
Okay. All right. As the Bane locks onto the creatures, anything else, Venn?
No.
Okay. All right. That takes us to Galsariad. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Galsariad gets to there, and he uses his Drain Potential spell against the southern Moorbounder. And that is a 16 to hit, which is a hit on the Moorbounder. And the Moorbounder suffers 14 necrotic damage, sent into bloodied state with that blast. And he himself, he gains 5 temporary hit points for Galsariad. So you guys see this energy like beam like strike out of Galsariad's fingertips and blasts the Moorbounder, and then he just pulls his hand back and draws the energy back into himself. And he goes, good times. That's the end of Galsariad's turn. As we go to Maggie. Nice. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Maggie gets to there, and she will toss her hammer. She goes,
hell yeah.
Just swings her hammer round and round, and throws the hammer at the nearby creature, but that is an 11, a miss. So that's one of her, that's one of her side hammers, I guess. So yeah, she throws one of her throwing hammers at the beast, but unfortunately it sails and goes wide. That takes us then to the bristled Moorbounder itself, who is now very, very damaged, and it's going to rush the nearest creature, and that's Maggie. So the Moorbounder attacks Maggie with its multi-attack, 1 blades attack and 1 claw attack. The first hit is a 23 on Maggie, dealing 12 slashing damage to her, and then the claw swipe comes up from that. A 9 to hit Maggie, and that is a miss. It's the end of that bristled Moorbounder's turn as the battle gets joined. Then it goes to Aojabe, who takes aim at the same Moorbounder, and with a pair of longbow shots, a critical hit for Aojabe's first shot, dealing 9 piercing damage as the arrow hits the creature in a sensitive area on its flank, and then she fires again at the same creature. A 16 to hit, dealing 11 more piercing, doing enough damage to slay the bristled moorbounder. As AO knocks the next arrow, we go to Rook. Your turn.
Alright, Rook's gonna run up. 30, and I'm going to Sacred Flame that one. So dex save of 14.
Sacred Flame against the other moorbounder.
Yes.
And how about a hot 11 for Mr. Moorbounder?
Aren't gonna do it.
Nope. Okay, give me some damage, please.
1.
One whole hot damage.
1 whole hot damage.
Nicely done. Back to you, Rook.
That's all he's got.
Okay. Over to Dermot, who rushes forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. As he stands shoulder to hip, I should say, with Rook, probably. Little goblin man. But he chucks a Searing Wrath down that direction, but it's at disadvantage. He misses with a 9. No damage. That takes us then to the Bristled Moorbounder, who stands back up from prone. And the Bristled Moorbounder... so that was half my movement to stand up, leaving me with 35 still.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's a lot of movement.
70 movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are mounts.
Quick. Yeah.
They're mounts, so not surprised.
I think the Moorbounder's just going to rush the closest target. 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25, 30. Okay, so the Moorbounder rushes Kitty and attacks multi-attack with the blades and claws. How about...
First one takes
yeah.
3 off the first
3.
attack.
How about a 19 to hit Kitty?
That hits.
Dealing 8 slashing unmodified.
Isn't it every attack? Or do they change it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
What happens?
It said minus D4 to every attack.
Oh.
Bane.
For the Bane. I was
Yeah.
just was like, what?
I thought it was always that.
Yeah, it is.
I need to sit and read this book. Okay, which D4 are you taking there? First one?
That's for the 3 attacks, right?
2 attacks, just 1.
Oh,
Just-
then,
yeah, 1 blades
then
and
the
1
first
claw.
2.
The second
the
claw is
first
a
two.
miss. The second claw is a miss with the Bane effect. No damage to Kitty on that one. So the Moorbounder leaps into Kitty's zone, past tramples on the sort of holographic kitties and
claw.
you
Go
know,
ahead.
you
The
like-
little cats converge and attack and claw at the little feet, because it's difficult to ring.
Exactly. And the Moorbounder slashes with the blades and rips into Kitty for a little bit of damage, but Kitty's too angry or too anime to die. Is that what I say now? Instead of too angry to die?
Programmed.
Got the power of God and anime on her side.
God damn it.
That's the end of the Bristled Moorbounder's turn, and Kitty topped the initiative. Go right ahead.
I might hit it. Going to Reckless.
16 is a hit on the Moorbounder. Roll damage.
Alright.
10.
14.
Why is there 2 damage rolls?
The Savage Attacker.
Reroll ones.
Oh, right. Okay.
No,
That's advantage on
advantage on damage.
Gotcha.
Advantage on damage?
Yeah, Savage Attacker's cool. You only get to do it once per turn. But...
Oh, okay. They don't call it that. Okay, that was all right.
Oh, no, they don't.
Okay, 14 damage then. Hold on. I think I just applied that damage twice. Hang on. 14. All right. How much damage do you do with your trident? Do you remember?
I do not, but it's up here.
12? What was that?
Yeah, it's up there
It was
someplace.
12. Good
12
job,
damage.
Luke.
Okay, so let me start taking the 12 off, and then the 14 off, and that's Bloodied State. Okay, cool. All right, want to make sure I was doing that right. Back to you, Kitty.
That'll be it.
Okay.
So basically it comes up and did it claw me?
It bladed you with the blade tusks things?
Okay. And so I just clips my shoulder and I just down swing and smash into the side of it with my sword.
All right. With a deep slash, we go to Magnus. Your turn.
Okay, Magnus is going to fire with the shoulder cannon, force ballista.
Mhm.
Woof. That's a hot 10.
Hot 10. That is a miss on Mr. Moorbounder.
All right, then I'm going to flip a switch on my pistol to create 4 prongs come out and kind of focus on the center of the tip, and then it starts to charge, and I grab a rock that's next to me and then fire it at this thing using catapult.
Okay. Catapult cast. Let's have it.
Dex save of 14. It's probably gonna do it.
Let's have a look. How about a 12 for Mr. Moorbounder?
Nice.
It's a miss.
All right.
Okay. 12 damage to the Moorbounder as your stone cracks into the beast. Back to you, Magnus.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. As Magnus launches into the Moorbounder, we go to Venn. Your turn.
All right. Venn will throw a Dissonant Whispers at the Moorbounder.
Okay. I have Bane
With save
there.
14.
Dex. What'd you say? 14 of what?
Wiz save.
How
With
about a
save DC
critical?
14.
How about a critical hit with a 21?
All right. Well, you still got to take some damage.
Okay. Yes. How much?
Half of this, Luke. Once it rolls.
I'm waiting. 5.
Okay.
Got you.
So the Moorbounder's not going to run away from the Dissonant Whispers, but it does take a little bit of psychic damage as its eyes begin to bleed.
Yes. And then I don't think I have to stay within 30 feet for Bane, so I'm gonna move away.
Okay. With that, that takes us to Galsariad, who is probably in range. No, he isn't. Let's move Hibbity Bop. And he goes there, and Galsariad will throw a Drain Potential downrange, and that is a hit. With that, Galsariad deals 13 necrotic damage, and with that, he dispatches the bristled Moorbounder. A blast of dark energy that flows back into the Drow Wizard, and the Moorbounder drops to the ground, a dead beast.
And Willow cheers for us all.
Apparently, she's
Victory!
losing a rag today. All right. So, the scout sort of like, gets control of the panicking Moorbounder as he hops off and approaches your party. As Kitty's rage comes to an end and we do cleanup. So the tiefling says, "Wow, man, I'd have been dead if you guys hadn't come along. Those gangs are getting ready to tear me apart. I'm Justice, and that is rice pudding."
Yeah, that seems right.
The perfect name for that
Those are-
creature.
Those are cool names.
Oh, thank you.
Seems like you're pissed off the local wildlife.
Yeah. I'm a Moorbounder rider, right? And anyway, those other Moorbounders ambushed us along the road. Man, it's a shame they had to die, though. It's a real shame. But anyway, I'm a scout for the caravan that's heading to the Emerald Loop caravan stop. Are you guys heading that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have anything to give you right now, but I tell you what, if you guys like find me at the Emerald Loop caravan stop, I'll happily give you guys a reward for saving my life. I mean, it's the least I could do.
So we say we're seeking justice.
Oh,
And
that's
rice
good.
cakes.
Oh.
Rice pudding.
Rice pudding, sorry.
Oh, I love all of this right now.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. He comes up and starts shaking hands as much as he can, and Maggie's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It's what we do. We're heroes, right?"
As heroes.
Raven Queen protects.
And Shabadoop to you too, buddy. Shabadoop to you.
Can I insight Justice?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's a monster. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
He
gotta
seems
know.
like it.
Tieflings,
Yeah.
you gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's
Don't
racist.
trust anybody.
Yeah, he's a
checks
real.
out.
Yeah, he's a real dirtbag. Then you should probably kill him.
And he
Alright.
lifts the great sword.
With that, Justice mounts the Moorbounder and says, "Away, rice pudding!" And with that, he rides off to the south.
I don't know why
It
that
says
made, you guys
that?
play Borderlands 2, it made me think of Butt Stallion.
No, I added. No, I added the. I added the away rice pudding.
No, that's canon. He says that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, as that brings us to a close on Call of the Netherdeep today. How we doing?
Great. I
Good.
had a good
awesome.
time.
That was fun.
Still a lot of walking and talking and exposition and that sort of thing, but we're still going to get some fights in there, and that'll be a good time.